Alright everyone, welcome back to Pirate Pangolin Gaming. Today I'll be finishing Wii Sports Resort with Air Sport. Alright, so today's fact of the day. A jiffy is an actual unit of time equal to 1/100th of a second. So if you want to use something that's really fast, or if you want to make something seem really slow, use jiffies, because I don't think anything actually goes that fast besides maybe bullets. Alright. Here we go. First things first, skydiving. This one you will recognize if you play the intro. You gotta calibrate your controller, as always. It's one of the few drawbacks of the Wii Motion Plus, just because it just takes a little extra time. So if you wanted to start a speed run real quick, you gotta slow down a little bit. Alright, so here we are. Jumping out of an airplane.
Here we go.
Why people do that, I'm not actually sure. It doesn't seem like a great thing. Alright, so you hold your controller out in front of you like you do when you're flying the airplanes, which I'll show you in a minute, and then you can put your guy like that. So what you want to do then is touch all the other guys in the formation. And then catch all of them, and you gotta turn your face towards the camera, you get bonus points. And if you get bonus points, you get a higher score, and you can beat everybody else. Alright, it's only one player, so you really just can't score. So, again, you just fly over, touch all the guys, get them to tack on. That's all of them, and then you tilt towards the camera. Because you get bonus points for that. So that's good. And then if you don't want to do this part, you don't have to. Oh, we missed that guy. Oh well. If you don't want to do that part, just point your removal like down. Get him to speed run straight down. There will be a little thing here in the bottom right corner on the camera there for you. It will say 2 formation and it'll have feet. Now you're just like way ahead of everybody else on a higher level, but you're getting fewer points. So then watch this. Everybody will come speeding down, and then they'll form in these circles. Now you got to try and go in the circles and get the people to join up with you in this like formation thing you're doing. Looks like you went through all the circles, and then you hit your parachute, and you're done. You can skip that part, and then it calculates your points for you. Got 60 that time. Still not the high score, but still good. Alright. Next things next. Island flyover. One of my favorites. Especially because it's pretty easy, and also it's not like a competition or anything. You're just kind of flying the plane around. Which, in a video game, is a lot cheaper than in real life. Especially with gas prices these days. Jeez. Alright, so you have this plane. It's a water plane, I guess. It can land on the water, which is pretty cool, but it can't land on the lane, so don't try it. Alright, so you fly around, and you have different things you can do. You can kite your engine, that's B. It just makes you stall, and then you crash most of the time, depending on how high you are. Then there's one which shoots flares, which have a very specific purpose. I'll explain in a second. And then you have A, which shoots your paintball gun. That's to pop balloons. One of the parts of this is to just pop them up. Alright, so the flares, you're looking for Miguel's guide plane. So he's just like you, really. And what he does is he flies all around to some of the eye points. And then he is one himself as well. And then finding him, you have a guy taking it up. So here's the eye points. They're all over the place. This one's on the bridge. I will throw up a link to a map that has all of them on there in the description. So if you want that, look over there. But that's really all it is. I don't know where Miguel is on this one, but in one of them, he is right in front of where you spawn. So let's see if that's on. I think it's on. Which one is that? I think it's on Twilight, but we're going to check all of them. So he'll respond to your flare. Your flare will be blue because you're player 1, with an orange flare. So, well, that might be kind of hard on this one. Alright, so take off. Careful on this one because you're like right next to some rocks. So, look out for that. So, shoot your flares, and if he's around, you can see you, he'll shoot some flares as well. So, there he is. So, follow this guy. He is an information point, or eye point, as I like to call them, as you heard me say earlier in the video. So if you follow this guy, if you need to hit the eye point right above him, but it's kind of hard, then he'll fly around to some of the eye points, like this one. So if you follow him, it's really easy to get that one. And you can unlock daytime, twilight, and nighttime, and it is possible to hit that eye point. And you guess it's just difficult because it's a moving plane. There's another one that's like that. It's like the guy plane loop or whatever. That one's also harder to get. And that one changes position, so you have to be on the lookout for that. Alright, so that's really all there is to Island Flyover. Now let's go to the last one, which is a 2-player. The only 2-player air sport. And it is Dogfight. So this one is really fun, especially if you have siblings, because it gets kind of competitive. Alright, gotta calibrate the controllers again. Doing that on my station right here. It's actually just a chair, but I'm not sitting in it, so I can use it for this. Alright, and I'll just leave it on game, just a character I created, and straight up daytime. So, the controls for the plane are exactly the same as an Island Flyover. But this character has never played that before. I'm just going to try and skip this part. So, okay. It's like loading now. Alright, here we go. It's launch. So, you fly your planes around and you have the same controls, right? So, you hold your controller the same, like you would. You just hold it out straight in front of you, like it actually is the plane, and you move it how you want the plane to move. And you still have the flares, which I do not recommend using because they show your opponent exactly where you are. So like there's the player 2, which is also me, as you can see. So the goal is to have the most balloons at the end, or to kill all the other person's balloons. So you shoot at them, and tip is not driving in a straight line. So this is where cutting the engine really comes in, because you see these like line things behind the plane. If you cut your engine, then it leaves. So you don't have to worry about that. Alright, so then the other thing is to get more balloons, you hit this thing, it'll move around. You can hold a max of 30 and it gives you 10. Now, if you die, like let's kill player 2 here. Oh, that didn't work. Alright, let's kill player 1. If you die, like if you crash, then you lose half your balloons. So, and if it's an odd number, it takes you down 1 more, well, 0.5 more. So it takes you down half extra. Instead of, like if you have 7, it takes you down 4, not 3. But once you get to 1, you can die as many times as you want. That's about it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and subscriptions. Please continue to like and subscribe if you're new. Have a nice day. Remember to be nice to other people. And if you have an idea for my next game, please leave a comment. It can be on Nintendo Switch, Wii, Xbox 360, GameCube, and then I'll get back to you on whether or not I have that game, or if I can get that game. But that's it. Have a great day, and I will see you guys next time.